Hello Superset Maniacs and welcome to my Mr. Olympia 2024 predictions video. I'm going to approach this differently than your usual prediction video, so let's have a little fun with this one. Initially, we'll have a top 6 first callout, which will consist of the following guys: Derek Lunsford, Hadi Choopan, Samson Dauda, Andrew Jack, Nick Walker and Martin Fitzwater. In no particular order for now, since there are 16 confirmed competitors, and assuming all of them will enter the Olympia, there will initially be 2 more 5-man callouts. The second callout will include the following 5 competitors: Brandon Curry, Hunter Labrada, Rafael Brandao, William Bonac and Akeem Williams. The last callout will consist of these 5 guys: Jonathan De La Rosa, Theo Laguerriere, John Jewett, Mohamed Foda and Bruno Santos. Again, all of these are in no particular order for now. Just like in reality, people who start in a lower callout can move higher and vice versa. I'm just trying to make this prediction a bit more fun for you guys. Okay, after these callouts, the judges will call to the stage their top 4 first callout: Derek, Hadi and Samson, the top 3 from last year, plus Nick Walker, who missed last year's Olympia. But we all know he would have made that first callout based on his progress pics from before the injury and his physique at the guest posing after the Olympia. Derek and Hadi will stand in the middle with Nick and Samson on the sides. Andrew Jack will miss this callout as he'll most likely look a bit off in the prejudging, a pattern he shows every year, often looking worse at the Olympia than at his qualifying show. He will be joined in the second 4-man callout by Martin, Rafael and Hunter, with Andrew and Martin standing in the middle of this callout. To many's surprise, Brandon Curry won't make the second callout either. He'll be standing in the third 4-man callout in the middle, with William Bonac plus Akeem Williams and Jonathan De La Rosa on the sides. The last 4-man callout will consist of these guys: Mohamed Foda and John Jewett in the middle, with Theo Laguerriere and Bruno Santos on the sides. For all these callouts, Big Steve will probably shuffle the positions many times. Before we get to the actual ranking, I think we're going to have 2 more callouts involving the top 6. The first callout will be Derek and Hadi for first and second place, followed by a second callout with Samson, Andrew, Nick and Martin to complete the top 6. By the end of the finals, Nick Walker will have outconditioned both Andrew and Samson and he'll outmuscle Martin, which will move him into the final top 3 comparison against Hadi and Derek. Let's get to the actual ranking. Since this will be the final first callout, let's start here. In third place, we're going to have Nick Walker, who will silence a lot of the critics after the New York Pro this year. The fight for first and second will be between the same 2 guys as in the past 2 years, and Hadi Choopan will reclaim his title, defeating the reigning champ Derek Lunsford. I predict Derek will be massively outconditioned by Hadi from the front and side. Many people will argue that Derek should place third since Nick Walker will also massively outcondition him, but Nick will be overlooked due to his lack of aesthetics compared to the other 2. Completing the top 6 will be these 3 guys, with Martin being this year's pleasant surprise, finishing 6th. There's usually a new top 6 entry every year that gets tested by the judges. We had Akeem in 2020, Nick and Hunter in 2021 and Samson in 2022. I believe this year it will be Martin. The battle between Samson and Andrew will be the most talked about after the top 2. By the finals, I think Andrew will improve his conditioning and outplay Samson Dauda for the first time in his career, finishing 4th and pushing Samson down to 5th. Over 72% of you watching my videos in the past 3 months are not subscribed. If you are enjoying this content, please consider subscribing, as I'm aiming for that 30k subs milestone. Your support means a lot. Thank you. Next, I predict Brandon will take 7th place, surprising everyone by outplacing guys who were in superior callouts during the compulsories. He will outperform favorites like Rafael Brandao, who I predict will take 8th. And Hunter Labrada, who I expect to finish 9th, making him the biggest disappointment of this Olympia. Completing the top 10 will be William Bonac, which will be a great placement considering his stage in his career and his injury status. As always, his conditioning will be undeniable. Just missing the top 10 in 11th place, we're going to have Akeem Williams, followed by Mohamed Foda, who will upset Jonathan De La Rosa, leaving him to finish in 13th. In 14th, I predict John Jewett will finish with a decent result in his debut in the Open division at the Olympia, followed by Theo Laguerriere in 15th and Bruno Santos in last place. No disrespect to any of these guys, someone has to be last. Based on multiple factors, especially their performance this season on stage, this is my complete prediction for the 2024 Mr. Olympia. Let me know your thoughts on my predictions. Remember, this is mostly for fun. No one can predict this perfectly. Even if someone comes close, it's pure luck in the end. There are too many variables. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support my hard work. See you next time.